Here's Tim Pool talking to conservative activist Amy Kramer. And here's how Tim Pool is trying to retcon. Is that the word that the kids use?
I think that's an older word, but yeah, retcon.
Oh, and by kids, I mean people in their 40s?
Yeah.
Like Nixon era.
Retcon, his embarrassing failure he predicted Donald Trump was going to wipe the floor with everybody in 2020. And essentially what his theory is that actually happened. But of course,
the 49-state landslide, that was his prediction. That happened?
Well, let him explain.
I'm going to take this opportunity to, I said this before, but, the left likes to run these clips of me out of context, as they do everybody.
Yep.
But there were numerous stories throughout 2019 and 2020 where the analytics were predicting a major Trump re-election victory.
Right.
Unemployment at its lowest point, pre-COVID, it was huge. And Moody's analytics, based on the economy, was like Donald Trump will win again. There's also the meme of the 49-state landslide, which is a reference to Reagan.
Right.
And so the leftists like to take all of that stuff out of context and just show clips of me saying, like, Trump's going to win, Trump's going to win. When in fact the caveats were, wow, if this happens, Trump's going to win. But I'm going to take full credit for everything I said. And I think that's important. Donald Trump got more votes than any sitting president. Donald Trump won Florida and Ohio, and I don't believe any modern president has ever won both states and then lost the election. Trump won, 90% of bellwether counties?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and so these were all metrics by which any standard election was indicative of Donald Trump winning a tremendous victory. And then it was just very strange how everything happened, as everybody knows. I think they basically said in Time Magazine how they did it, the shadow campaign, they called it. Ballot harvesting was the big key.
They told us everything in that article.
Yeah.
Exactly how they did it.
They had to brag about it. But so hopefully in Georgia and in these other states, Donald Trump has talked about swamp the vote, that Republicans have to play the same game.
Yep.
And you're going to need Republicans on the ground, people like Scott Pressler going door to door, knocking on doors and saying, did you fill out your mail-in ballot yet? Because that's the game that's being played. 2020. Donald Trump won the argument, but the Democrats, I don't like the word outmaneuver, because it's more like, is it cheating or is it not cheating? Well, there's this viral video I've mentioned several times.
All right. We can answer that question.
So he's trying to say that he made a prediction multiple times, was completely humiliated by it, but he still stands by that prediction because maybe the Democrats ran a better campaign and got more people to vote for the Biden's candidate. But wait, actually, now that I think about it, maybe that's unfair. And that's why I was wrong. So I wasn't really wrong.
I wasn't really wrong because the prediction I made beforehand repeatedly had conditions on the ground that I didn't actually anticipate. So you can't hold someone to a prediction if certain things change in the months afterwards, right?
Yeah, it's unfair. It's completely
unfair.
out of context. Because when people look back on this prediction, they never include the context that the Democrats sort of cheated and we don't really know the real.
We have to talk about ballot harvesting. People who go and collect ballots for like elderly people or people who are like, say, working on election day are heroes. They're civic, they're patriots, and they deserve a lot of respect instead of a target being put on their back as if they're stealing an election when they're actually just helping people express, their franchise.
Yeah, I do love how he's upset about being taken out of context. He would never do that to somebody else. He would never try to take somebody out of context and
haven't
make
we
wild
interviewed somebody who said he was being sued?
Yeah.
Oh, and what was that? What was he being sued for?
Oh.
Was it some type of defamation?
Yeah, some defamation.
Wait, isn't defamation about saying lies about something?
Yeah, and maybe taking somebody out of context. I don't know.
Oh, that's weird. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.